You so much for joining us today. As you can see, we are cram-packed here in the studio. We have a full house. That's because I am joined by Caleb North and Jesse Black from Retirement Realized Financial. We are so excited to have them in-house, not only on a webinar with you guys, but in-house, which doesn't happen very often with partner webinars. Yeah. So we're really excited to have you here. Also, I just want to point out I did wear green. I didn't do that on purpose, but I am, yes, exactly. I'm on brand today. Before I hush up and kind of let them take the stage, I have a few housekeeping items. First things first, my name's Sadie Palmer. I'm the team leader of training and education here at Senior Marketing Specialist. I'll just kind of be a guide through this, but hopefully today's webinar won't be too super long. I know for us, it's blazing hot here in Missouri, and the studio is hot as well, so we hopefully won't take too much time. But we've got a lot of good stuff for you guys today. It will be recording if you have to hop off. You might be watching the recording after the fact. It's totally fine. Skip through, find what you want, but there's a lot of good info here today. Also, you'll be receiving a follow-up email if you registered for this webinar. It will have links, info, stuff like that that we covered today, as well as obviously this recording, and then some other good stuff as well. So I'm going to hush up, and actually, first things first, I would love for you guys to introduce yourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. I'm Jesse Black, and I've just passed 20 years in the industry this past August. So I've been 20 years now in the industry. I actually have a Medicare background. I started in Medicare, selling Medicare, worked with senior benefit services, which is part of SMS, and then I worked with SMS on the independent side, doing Medicare, and learned to cross-sell from Medicare to annuities. So I've really enjoyed doing the annuity side. I found that more interesting just because of I have a financial background, a little financial dynamic. So my annuity sales rocketed, and now I do about $20 million a year personally in annuity production. Between assets and annuity, personally, I'm doing anywhere from $30 to $40 million a year of production. I've worked with a lot of different FMOs that are out there on the annuity side, and I saw where FMOs fall short on the annuity side. So we're extremely excited to partner with SMS. As we'll talk about here in a second, as a Medicare agent, you have a huge opportunity to add annuities to your book, and we can show you how to do it. I've done it. We've got systems to help you do it. So I have 20 years experience with the Medicare background. We have 4 partners in the company, yeah. So we're unique where 2 of our 4 partners are personal producers still, and Chad, the other producer, he does $30 million to $35 million. He said, make sure to say 35 million. I keep saying 30 million, and he's like, how do I get that other 5?
Yeah.
Every time. So Chad, you get 30. Yeah,
he worked for that 5 million.
Yeah, so he wants it. So he does 35 million in personal production as well. And then we've got Caleb, who I'll let introduce himself because he's the one that's going to really help you rocket your sales and understand the annuity aspect.
Yeah, so my name's Caleb North. I actually helped get Retirement Realized off the ground when we were first launching into the annuity space. And my title is the Executive Vice President of Agency Services and Development. So what that means on a day-to-day basis is I'm the guy that's working with you guys. So I work with all of our agents. I'm the leader of our support team, our contracting department, and basically anything that agents need to go and add annuities into their lines of business or start selling annuities if they're brand new. I'm kind of the go-to guy for that, and I'll disseminate it out to the team from there. So yeah,
absolutely.
It's a good deal.
And the 4th person is Josh. He's the 4th partner. He's the president of our FMO, and he's a branding and business genius. He can help create all kinds of businesses and branding for you and collaborations with other agencies and cross-sell, so everything that you need. So Chad and I, because of our production, we do coaching. One of the opportunities that you're going to have here with the training is you're going to actually be trained by top producers that are in the field. Then you're going to be trained by Caleb, who has vast experience with case design and product, and he's talking to carriers directly, so you're going to be equipped with everything that you need knowledge-wise when it comes to the annuity itself. And then Josh can help you with collaboration and brand and business building. So we have everything that you need to be able to add annuities to your portfolio and to your offering to your clients. And so that's what we wanted to talk about today. We're extremely excited to show you how you can successfully add annuity sales to what you're doing. Some of you are attending, you might already do annuity. Some of you may be barely able to spell annuity, and whatever level you're at, we're going to be able to help you. We now have, with our partnership with SMS and Retirement Realized, you're now equipped with everything that you need to successfully add annuity sales to what you're doing. But the best part is without taking away from your Medicare sales, from your final expense sales and everything like that. We have processes, again, that I've done. This is proven processes and systems to complement what you're doing, right? I know talking to some agents, they don't want to add annuity because they're thinking it's going to distract their agents.
Yeah.
It's going to distract their clients from taking the Medicare supplement or Medicare Advantage plan or whatever you're helping them acquire. No, this is going to complement it, and it's not going to take away from your current production at all.
Yeah.
And so we'll show you how to harvest annuity sales from your current book. And Caleb, when they're talking to new people, you and I were just talking about it, they're out talking to the perfect prospect pool out there.
Yes. Yeah, you guys already have the ideal demographic. One of the things that Jesse and I were talking about yesterday was this idea of annuities not detracting from your current Medicare sales, right? Everything should be enhancing that. What's interesting on the annuity side is that because you're dealing with retirees already, there are agents out there that are selling annuities that are doing marketing to your particular client. So you might be working with them on the Medicare side. Somebody else is trying to get a hold of them to sell them an annuity in their retirement. And what's interesting about that is by adding annuities, not only does it not detract from the Medicare side, but it actually helps retain and enhance that relationship by serving them and assisting them in multiple areas. So yeah.
Absolutely. Like again, from experience, I can say, and this too, if you're on the call and you help somebody acquire a Medicare Advantage plan and then maybe a hospital indemnity or a short-term care plan, and you have 3 or 4 products in the house, your retention skyrockets. But then also if they trust you with their life savings as well, to be able to generate income or to create opportunities for growth without any risk, that shows that they have a lot of trust in you. And when that call center calls to try to switch them away from the other Medicare Advantage plan, they're going to say, no, I have my retirement specialist, I have my retirement guru that helps me with all aspects of my retirement. And what's cool is there's a lot of things about annuities that you may or may not have heard, but I can tell you with total conviction that annuities can help a lot of the people that you're talking to.
Yep.
The people that you're talking to, some of them need an annuity. An annuity is a perfect solution for some of your prospects. And so what's great is you have the opportunity to add this additional revenue stream, but you're truly going to be able to help people that you're talking to. I want to give them one really quick case example where I was talking to somebody 2 weeks ago that we were talking about Medicare. They're turning 65, and we started talking about some of their assets. And with the assets that they had in place, they were planning on pulling about $1,400 a month from that. And when you run the numbers and you look at everything, they have a very, very good chance of running out of money, pulling $1,400 a month from their assets. But we were able to take a portion of their assets, a little more than half of their assets, put into an annuity, now generate that $1,400 a month that they need, guaranteed to never ever run out without annuitizing it, as you'll learn when you attend our academy. And now they also have a lot of money for emergencies. And if I hadn't talked to this person and brought that up, A, they would have been pulling that and they would have ran out of money, or B, like you said, Caleb, somebody else would have come in and provided that solution. So I was able to truly help this prospect, and it's great because I helped them. And then I'm not going to lie, it's also nice that I got about a $14,000 commission off of that sale. So just throwing that out. Yeah. So it's nice that you get to help people and get paid for it. And that's what the annuity part will do. I don't know if you know the annuity commissions, it varies by product and by carrier, but when you start to look at some of the commissions that you can get, I mean, you could literally add thousands of dollars and realistically tens of thousands of dollars. And I'm not, some wholesaler and just inflating those numbers, as Caleb will tell you, very realistic. In fact, the statistics show that for every 40 Medicare beneficiaries you talk to, you should be able to get about $500,000 of annuity premium out of that. So about 40 people should generate an average of $500,000. But when you work with us, we'll also help get those averages up. We're well above average. But if you're adding $500,000 a month of annuity, $6 million a year of annuity production, you're looking at $200,000 to $300,000 of additional income while you're helping your prospects, diversifying and solidifying that sale with your prospects as well. And some of you, again, you might already do annuities. Might already help people acquire annuities. Well, again, we're known for helping you get your production up as well. If you want to get to the levels where you're producing 10 million a year, 20 million in production, if you're already doing annuities and helping prospects acquire those, we can help you. So whatever, basically level that you're at, we can help you get to the next level. Just get started and learn to cross-sell from Medicare to annuities. Because again, when you look at annuities, and I talk to a lot of Medicare agents, we talk to them all the time. The reasons that they don't help people acquire annuities oftentimes is they don't really fully even understand annuities and how they're structured, but perhaps more importantly, the solution that they actually offer that prospect. What do they do? What do they do for the prospect? Why would they acquire an annuity? And they can generate lifetime income, and they can get some opportunities for growth with no risk. Caleb, what is it? $6.5 trillion right now, at least, that they know is in cash on sidelines. Yep. With seniors, because they're scared of the market, and they're just in cash because they don't want to tie it up in a CD, but they want opportunity to get some growth potential without risk and things like that. There is a huge opportunity out there. So when we're talking to agents, the reasons that you haven't helped people acquire annuities yet, we've got solved for you. You have complete training for everything, understanding the products, the solutions that those products provide to your Medicare beneficiaries. Again, when you talk to somebody, I had an agent say, well, I'm afraid to talk to them about annuities because what if they say yes? Mm-hmm. I don't know where to go from there. Yeah. So you can take that info and you can bring that to Caleb. Yep. And Caleb, you'll do case design. Talk about that a little bit. If somebody, you go out and we're teaching them to cross-sell, right, the information that they gather, what does it look like from there so they understand?
Yeah, so much like SMS, who extremely values training and good service, Retirement Realized values training and good service. And so what that looks like is Jesse's talking here about complete training, and that's Retirement Realized Agents Academy, which as an SMS agent, because of your relationship with them, we're giving you free access to Retirement Realized Agents Academy to train you on how to ask those questions, how to navigate fact finding, how to do a good presentation. But once you obtain the information about that client, you've done the fact finding, now we know what the problem is. Now we've got to solve that problem. And we call that case design or product selection. And that's where I come into play, where you can send those details over to me and I'll go to work for you to help you navigate what products are going to best solve that particular individual's situation, what's going to best solve their needs, and then help walk you through the steps of applying and getting that policy issued and ultimately getting you paid and your client well taken care of.
Exactly. Yeah. And after you have the case design side through the academy as well, and our weekly trainings that you have access to, again, for free, and we can't overstate that most agents are paying $197 a month minimum to get in there and have access to that on-demand training. There's the on-demand aspect, which is over 35 hours of training that has, again, everything from product solutions, case design, fact finding, presenting, and sales, and everything like that, and then the weekly calls. So when you provide the solution, Caleb, and you say, here's an efficient solution, this carrier and this product looks good, you're going to know through the training how to present that, how to overcome the objections that come up, and how to close the sale, and when it comes, how to fill out the forms and everything from that on-demand training, which the training is constantly being updated as well. And we have live training where if you can come and say, well, I can't find this part in the training, how do we do this again? Every Friday, you have the opportunity to talk to the four of us, run the calls, and again, top producers that are doing $20-30 million of production. So not only are we going to help you just maybe do 1 or 2 million, if you really want to add a large revenue stream to your practice, we can help you generate literally 7 figures of additional revenue eventually. That is not unrealistic. We were just talking to somebody at 3,500 Medicare clients, and realistically, you could get about $40 million of annuity out of that. And that's the type of thing that we can look at where we have access to, just like SMS, we have the relationships where we have access to the top carriers that are out there, the top contracts, just like your relationship with SMS. That's why we partnered with SMS, because we have a lot of similarities. We're very high on training, on service, and that's why we've aligned in the way that we have, so that you have access to all of that. And then lastly, these are, again, duplicatable systems that we are using. Chad and I are in the field using these systems proving these processes and doing 30+ million each in production on assets and annuities every single year, that we can help you get to that. So now you're probably intrigued, and all of you want to go out and sell annuities, hopefully. So how do we get out there and sell annuities? Well, the best thing you can do, and we understand, again, I have a Medicare background, so I know that AEP is coming up. I understand that. And I also know that AEP this year is going to be a wild one. We completely understand. And so while you're driving from client to client, saving those well cares and looking at all those different cases, sign up for our training. Again, it's on-demand training. So when you're driving to your next Medicare appointment, you could be watching the training or listening to the training. You're driving, don't watch it. You can listen to the training about annuity products or whatever. What's cool is, again, whatever level you're at. If you're new, there's the Jumpstart program, which will talk about the basics. If you already have some background, go right into the Architects program, and that'll help amplify and increase your sales. And wherever you're at, you can watch the on-demand part. Again, listen to it, don't watch it, while you're driving from case to case, or in between, after AEP, when you're decompressing after that day, so that while you're in AEP, and I would highly suggest you do that, because while you're in AEP, you can start talking to people about annuities, so that after AEP, after you've taken that vacation early January and recovered from AEP, you can go back and you can talk to your prospects and your clients, and you can be able to talk to them and cross-sell into the annuities as well. So join that training. If some of you are already in the annuity space, or you're ready to jump in and you've done some training, or you just want to talk about next steps, you can also get on Caleb's calendar.
Yep.
Right there is the Calendly link.
Let's send that in the chat.
Yeah,
so
and
they
here's
can
going to be
click
in the
it.
chat too, so you can click on these links. And that was copy and paste, so it's a little bit condensed there, but you can make out those links, and we'll also send them out in the follow-up email as well, right, Sadie? So you'll have the opportunity to click on those. So wherever you're at, you can join the academy. Again, that code right there is for you as an SMS agent only. Everybody else has to pay to get in there. You do not have to pay. Using that link and that SMS agent's code, you can get in there for free and start learning. And then feel free to set a one-on-one with Caleb and contact him there. And I'll let Caleb talk about that on contacting you.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely recommend using the Calendly link there in the chat. You can schedule any time that's available. It's because I'm available, and I'll get on there and we'll have a good conversation about how you can start incorporating annuities. And Jesse, a few things that we didn't even mention with the world of Medicare and all the changes that go on now seemingly on an annual basis and the tumultuous nature of it. One of the areas that I think annuities complement Medicare extremely strong is by creating a little bit of a stability when you have the situations like WellCare, where now all of a sudden residuals and all of that, that's
music to people's ears. Stability, they're like, okay, you've had me since stability.
It's like you want to use the Medicare to build those residuals as much as you can, but then simultaneously the annuities is kind of these large ticket items that pay a lot of one-time commission, but you can build residuals out of them as well. But typically using one-time commissions, large influxes of dollars, revenue dollars, ultimately income, it really does help create a nice balance between those two lines of business and create a lot of stability for your business from a revenue perspective. And then when you look at the earnings, or not just the earnings, but just the upside of what annuities can do, you're adding value to your clients, you're creating more opportunity to earn more revenue, and simultaneously increasing your retention by assisting these clients in numerous areas as opposed to one. It's all upside. Now, what you have to consider is, okay, well, what's the trade-off here? How do I do that? And for a lot of agents, like we've already talked about, the issue or why some won't do it is because of the seeming complexity of annuities. And so what Retirement Realized and SMS have tried to partner up to do is to eliminate the complexity, eliminate the challenges and all of those weird things that keep agents from trying and starting on the annuity side of things, make it as easy for you guys as possible with our training, with our support team, so that it's all upside, and really the challenges that it can bring are virtually wiped out. That's kind of the intention here.
Absolutely. And again, speaking from experience, you start implementing it, you follow the systems, you'll see again that it's not daunting or anything like that to add it. You get those first couple annuity commissions and you're going to all of a sudden be like, this annuity thing is pretty sweet. I was talking to an agent that does Medicare seminars gets 30 to 50 people on every seminar, ends up spending about $3,900 for that seminar. Well, I said, if you add an annuity component, and realistically, you sell one annuity with the average case size, and you've already doubled, that's about a $7,000
right.
average commission. You've doubled your marketing expenses if you just sold one annuity out of that. So now you're essentially covering your marketing costs and almost getting paid to look for your Medicare prospects. And like you said, Caleb, now, when I was doing it, I added annuities because I had 3 kids. And so I needed to get some upfront commissions. My residuals were building up nicely. And, with Medicare Advantage plans, I'm getting some nice upfront commissions here and there, but I needed some upfront capital and commissions quickly. And then I built that residual. So I added annuities. And to your point, you get that lump sum upfront commission, and then the Medicare really adds that residual. They marry together so nicely, and you truly are. I think the best part for me is, as you start doing it, you're going to see you truly are helping people. There are some annuity solutions out there that are so fantastic right now. Withdrawal rates are higher than they've ever been. It's really exciting. At the end of the week, each week, some of the things I look back that I was able to do for people this week it was just really, really exciting and really fulfilling to be able to help them. So you have that opportunity as well. This is an ongoing partnership. Again, we know that you've got a lot going on. You've got AEP, you've got some things, but anytime that you're ready to add annuities, we have everything that you need to equip you to sell annuities, and not only sell annuities, but do it at an elite level. So feel free to contact Caleb, sign up for the academy. That's what I would highly, highly, highly suggest. Share with all your other SMS agents and friends. Get in that academy and start watching that during this AEP, so that after AEP, you can hit the ground running and make 2025 one of your largest revenue years by simply adding annuities. I truly believe that you could do that.
Yeah, and I'll say this, there is no question too big or too small. Okay. I mean, some of the questions we've had agents asking before is like, well, I don't have my securities license. I can't sell annuities. And it's like, no, you absolutely can. It takes a life insurance license. And so there's sometimes these misconceptions or these, perceptions of things that are not necessarily based in reality. And so I just want to encourage you guys, get on the calendar, shoot me an email, give me a call. There is no question too big or too small. We are excited and honored to get to partner with SMS, a fantastic organization, and excited to work with you guys as well.
Awesome. Yes, we are also thrilled. It's so funny. I'm sitting here and I've met you guys before in a meeting, and I've heard lots about you, but it is just cool to sit here with someone else, and it's crazy how aligned our company's values are. Like so many things that you guys were I was just like sitting here just like, did they take that from us? Like we said the exact same thing. As far as retention, this is just another thing that keeps people on the books with you, another way that you can service people, which is a long game sort of thing. There's so many things. You guys are very people forward and you're very training forward. I would say that exactly describes senior marketing specialist. So I absolutely love it. Another thing that I really, really love is similar to SMS. It's like, hey, we give you everything that you could possibly need. We don't care if you don't even have like your license yet. We don't care if you've been doing this forever and you want to partner. The only excuse you'll have is either you decide to do it or you decide to not. Exactly. That sort of thing. And so, yeah, absolutely love it. I do have just a few questions here. If you have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. Of course, you can always contact them there, but if for some reason you lose contact information, whatever it may be, please contact our office and we will connect you over, of course. But while we're waiting for some questions, if you have any, I have a couple here. You did already answer a few of them here, but just to reiterate a little bit, you've talked about the different trainings that you offer. There are different formats. You have the academy, you have on demand and stuff like that. What does that look like? So let's say that someone decides day one, you're talking to them and they're like, okay, well, I want to be able to watch it on my own time. Or do you have webinars? What are the different sorts of platforms that you have training on and with?
Can I answer that one? So when you go to agents.retirementrealized.com, you're going to see on that website, there are 2 different programs. There's Annuity Jumpstart and Annuity Architects. And the design of it is that Annuity Jumpstart, when we created the content for that, we wanted to be able to take somebody that has never even been in the insurance industry at all, much less already selling Medicare, and be able to give them the language to have an in-depth and intelligible conversation about annuities and the annuity industry at large.
Yeah.
So that then when they end up in annuity architects and we're starting to train on sales processes and we're training on case design and some of these more complex things, it's all shared language. They
Yes.
understand it because the foundation was laid. So you've got Annuity Jumpstart and Annuity Architects, and the primary way that the training there, Sadie, is disseminated is online. It's on demand. So it's in our kind of back office portal that you
Yeah.
can register for
Love
on that link right there. You'll get immediate access, and you can start clicking through the videos and the modules and everything whenever you want to. It could be 2 in the morning and I'll be sound asleep and you guys could be
Yeah.
studying annuities if you want to.
They're just so excited.
Oh,
They can't wait.
Yeah, once they get that first commission. They will.
Right.
Yeah.
And then every week, not this Friday, Labor Day weekend,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Jesse and I are up here with you guys, but most Fridays, almost every single Friday at 9:30 Central, we have a live webinar. We call it our weekly
Oh, awesome.
mentorship call.
Sweet.
So myself, Jesse, we talked about him earlier, Chad, and
Yeah.
then our president, Josh. Typically the 4 of us, if not all 4, 2 or 3 at least, are on that every single Friday with a bunch of other agents. It's an opportunity to network, create more connections. We train, and it's a great opportunity for Q&A as well.
Awesome.
so-
Love that. Yeah.
And and one thing too about it's also a large community that we're
Mhm.
building, and that our
Yeah.
goal is to build. So Fridays too, we talk about, what were your wins this week? And sometimes Caleb and I, we have a topic to talk about. And, again, if we're around AEP, maybe we kind of shift a little bit and the conversation turns into cross-selling, but it's a community as well.
Yeah.
For
That's
those
huge.
of you on the call, it's kind of like SMS University on the on-demand side. And then we also have those weekly live trainings where it's not just a training, but it's also a community. And that's our goal and our vision for it,
Yeah.
is to have hundreds and thousands eventually of agents. I mean, we do have hundreds, but eventually thousands of agents that are in there, and we all are invested in each
Yep.
other's success. So that's what it
Yeah.
looks like in the community itself. And we have top producers, but then we have our other agents too, that they're out doing it, that they have
Mhm.
success. They talk about cross-selling, what worked from them. So we're all learning from each other as
Yeah.
well.
Absolutely. I know that in our industry, we tell agents all the time, if you don't have a friend in this industry, find one. That
Yep.
like, you can tell the difference between the people who feel like they're doing it on their own and then our agents who have networked with other agents of ours. You know what I mean? Because they feel like they're not alone. They have someone to bounce those ideas off of. So that community aspect is huge. And of course, you guys are in this business because you love people.
Yep.
You love to help people. And so that community aspect, absolutely love that. Again, something that you kind of get here with SMS, and it transfers over. It's if you're used to it here, then you'll have that comfort there as well. It is funny. You guys have a jump start, and our program that's like the same thing. We call it quick start. And it sounds exactly the same. It's just so funny.
That's awesome. That's cool.
I have one more question here. I feel like I know your answer, but I know that somebody's asking this. I know that they said anybody can do this, but like, am I a right fit for this? So thinking of the Medicare agent,
Mhm.
from someone who was in that industry,
Yeah.
what does a good candidate of someone who sells Medicare, what do they look like in order to join annuities? Who is going to be the person that will really be successful in this industry?
Absolutely. Great question. And if you're successful selling Medicare supplements and Medicare Advantage plans, I know you could be successful selling annuities, because it's actually not that different. For example, if you're walking into a household, they're turning 65, and whether you're doing a supplement or a Medicare Advantage plan, you're looking at the different plans available in that zip code. If they're doing a Medicare supplement, you're quoting the different plan ends, things like that. And so it's similar with an annuity, where you go in, you find out what does the client need. Okay, when we talk about that and the cross-selling and the fact finding, what does the client need? And then we have tools. So not only do you get case design from Caleb, but similar to having like a Medicare supplement quoting tool and a Medicare Advantage comparison tool, we also have tools like Annuity Rate Watch, where you
Love
can
that.
plug in the age, the income that they want, or if they don't want income, they're looking for maybe a long-term care solution, or just what are the best growth potential with no risk. And we have a software that Caleb will train you, and our training goes through to find that. So if somebody is successful and has the drive and the determination, and they're doing well in the Medicare industry, I know that they will do well in the financial services annuity space. Now, I said I have a financial services background. Well, I didn't when I started Medicare. When I was in Medicare, then I went and found a annuity agent back then, and they trained me and they showed me how to do it. And now we have the processes to do that. So you don't have to have, a Wall Street degree, or like Wall Street experience and a financial degree or something like that. If you're talking to prospects, you have the desire to help them, you're good at problem solving like that, I know you can add annuities successfully and very easily to your practice. We did a webinar a few weeks ago with some of the key accounts as well, and talking about the conversation of cross-selling, and almost all of them were like, wow, I could see how this would work. So to answer your question, if you're selling Medicare and helping people acquire Medicare and Medicare supplements and Advantage plans, and you're doing well at it, you can add annuities seamlessly and be successful at it as well.
Awesome.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. I am done with my questions here. Doesn't look like we have any questions there, but I know for a fact after this recording goes out, we will have plenty of questions.
Awesome.
So if you are interested in even getting more information, you're not, a hard yes today, that's okay. Give us a call, use this contact information to contact their team as well. We would love to just chit chat with you guys, see, hear some of your fears about it, some of your worries and whatnot. And if you're ready to go, awesome, call us too. We'd love to get you guys going. But thank you so much for joining us here today. It's really fun that you guys got to be in office here. Most of the time I'm just all by my lonesome whenever I'm doing partner webinars. So super fun to have you guys in here. Very excited about this partnership. Even just selfishly, we love working with your teams on the internal side, and we know you guys will love working with them too. So you guys have anything else to add before?
No, we just want to say thank you as well, that we're honored to be able to offer annuities to the SMS agents. We don't take that lightly. I've worked with SMS, like I said, 16, 17 years ago. I started working on the agent side, and I know how great of a company that it is, and you guys do too, attending. So Retirement Realized, we're extremely honored to partner with you guys, be able to offer annuities. And then, as Caleb already said, for everybody watching this webinar, watching the playback, we are invested in your success. We are at a place where we are successful. We don't have to. We want to be able to help agents. We love annuities. We believe that there are good annuities. We want to change the industry for the better and continue to improve the industry. We want to help agents like yourself produce at the level that you want to produce at. So any way that we can do that, we're honored to help and look forward to having you reach out to us.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Give me a call.
Yeah, absolutely. Be looking for that follow-up email with all the information here, the recording, extra information and whatnot, but we will go ahead and get you guys out of here. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, boys.
Thank you.
Of course.
All
Thank
right,
you.
we'll catch you next time. Oh no.